Welcome everyone. This is the chapter 2 of Magick Augogo's Q&A. We're doing a live Q&A here on twitch.tv/Cig.
Also on TikTok.
And on TikTok.
/RanCig.
For chapter 2, we talked about releasing any negative bullshit so you can manifest better. We also talked about, I talked about different cleansing, spiritual cleansing, how to cleanse your home spiritually, all that good shit. So yeah, now we're just gonna be answering any questions that y'all have about the course material or just anything in general. Shit's pretty poppin' right now spiritually.
Yeah,
a lot of people are getting upgrades and coming into their gifts. There's going to be a lunar eclipse coming up, so a lot of people are kind of feeling really funky. Some people are feeling shitty. So when we do this ritual, it's really going to help, move those energies that might be stuck, those energies that might be bothering you. It'll take the sting off this eclipse that's coming up, and also Mercury fucking retrograde, that shit.
Yeah, it's the last few days for me especially have been like energetically absolutely overwhelming. I kind of just last 2 days, just full disclosure, I was basically just crippled with just overwhelmed with feelings. And I've been following Rannie's classes, and I've been doing the work and facing your shadow and diving deep into there. It's not comfortable sometimes. It's and in fact, it's kind of the point is to face your trauma, and that's painful. But if you don't face it, it'll always be there, lingering like rotten under drywall. You can slap as many coats of paint as you want on it, but unless you address the underlying issues, you'll still, your moods will be affected. You'll get stuck in these negative loops. And I finally really had many self-revelations. I'm very appreciative for you and your classes.
Thank you. Like I said, it's a very interesting time to be alive. People are becoming a lot more psychically sensitive. Spirits wanting to be heard lately. I don't know if any of you have been realizing this or noticing this, or if you've been feeling a little more emotional lately. The veil has been quite thin, and
I don't think it's thickening back up, to be honest.
Yeah,
I think
some ET shit.
Yeah, I think we're in. To be honest, I think we're in a Legend of Korra scenario where the spirit realm and the realm of humans is starting to merge again, and that's it's going to be chaotic. The world's changing, but with our will, we can will it to a beautiful new world of. Genuine connection and love and creativity and growth. We don't have to hold to the old paradigms anymore. Mm-hmm. We can build a completely new world. We're about to reconnect with each other, in a big way. So what do we want that to look like?
Yep. We want it to look better than it looks now.
I don't know. Well.
Hello, Dragpool.
Hey, Dragpool, we love you. If y'all don't know about Dragpool, you need to ask somebody. I need Dragpool audiobooks.
Oh my, get on it.
To you read
Dragpool audiobooks would be amazing. So today we're going to be doing a very powerful release ritual. Any energies that do not serve you or your highest good, we are going to be releasing. Any old programming that's holding you back, old ways of thinking, fucking weird lingering ex-boyfriend / girlfriend / partner bullshit. We're releasing that. Whatever is not serving you, whatever you have had problems with releasing or feel like it's still there, still stuck, we're going to be releasing those trapped energies, past traumas, you name it. This is going to be a really powerful ritual. We're going to be removing those blockages within your field, and it's going to feel really good. You're going to feel a lot lighter after this. I want everyone, I know a lot of people want to get right into I want to open my fucking third eye. I want to start talking to ghosts, man. And it's okay, yeah, you could do all that shit, but first We gotta do the cleansing. We gotta clear some shit up. And then we're gonna ground. Next chapter, we're gonna be doing a lot of grounding and connecting you with your ancestors. It's a fucking process, because you know what? If your third eye's fucking open and you're not cleared, or healed in certain areas, if you're not grounded, if your throat chakra is not cleared, you're not going to be able to communicate very well with spirit. So it's a fucking process. These classes are alchemy, man. Spiritual alchemy. You gotta you gotta realize that while it's cool and exciting to imagine that your third eye is fucking wide open, which a lot of people's third eyes are opening, and this is why I've been starting these classes. You gotta get with the clearing your different energy centers. We're gonna be doing the root chakra next chapter. This chapter we were doing the throat chakra, and then we're gonna move to the heart, which is very important, and eventually we'll get to the fucking third eye. But there are a lot of other videos. If you want to get into the third eye right away, you could do that. But
beware. I never be afraid, but be mindful, because
just be mindful. You got to protect yourself. You got to learn how to protect your energy. You got to because when you start communicating with spirits, a lot of things there's a lot of good, and then there's a lot of little tricksters. There are a lot of little funky little tricksters that'll.
Of course there is. The spirit realm is just as diverse.
And I'm not saying that tricksters are evil. They're just there to teach you lessons. Like, some tricksters are there to literally teach you how to protect yourself and strengthen yourself and learn how to have better discernment. So
the tricksters is my people.
Yeah. I mean, I got a little trickster in me too, I think we all do.
It's all archetypes, the more you engage and interact. But also, coming from somebody that's third eye has been open pretty much my entire life, but I never understood what that meant. Trauma will distort your ability to interact and interface with spirit. It could lead to potentially scary situations or, misunderstandings. So yeah, you don't want to build a house of cards when you're talking about your spiritual growth, because you need a foundation. This is what Rannie has taught me. She started from the beginning.
Yep.
She showed me all these things that I didn't necessarily think I needed in the time, but the fact that I learned those and I stuck with it and followed what she said, but in my own way, because you've always encouraged people to do what you say in your own way,
Mm-hmm.
Then that's what I really like about how you teach. And now that I've done that, I'm really mega revelations are happening within myself and in my. I mean, look at me where I'm at. Versus 2 years ago, Randy helped me get sober, and her guidance and also the guidance from Spirit has completely this is. I feel amazing today, and I'm so happy and I'm so grateful, and it's all thanks to you.
Thank you. This is a foundation for any sort of magic or spiritual connections when it comes to manifestation. Again, you want to learn how to ground your energy, because, man, you can try to manifest till the cows come fucking home, but if your energy is not grounded, then you're not going to be able to manifest shit, or your manifestations are going to be a little off, because you're on Earth. You're on this physical plane on Earth. You have to learn how to ground your energies, connect with the soil, connect with Earth, so that you can ground all your intentions in the material realm.
I've been trying real hard to manifest a lot of things, and I felt like it was never getting where I wanted it to, but I had to come to some very heavy realizations about myself first. I'm still learning this stuff, and I am by no means a spokesperson for either community, but I've realized doing the deep shadow work that I am a trans autistic person.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's anything bad about that at all. In fact, I make so much sense to myself now that I realize I'm autistic. It has equipped me with the skills and the capability to express myself to the world in a way, because I've spent so long in so much pain, being so misunderstood by a world that and I felt so alone. But now that I've discovered what it means to be autistic, I'm finally finding a community, and I'm reading people's stories, and I'm reading things, and I'm like, my God, I'm not alone. And that's so validating and incredible. And I'm excited to where the next phase of my life, because I'm not fucking normal, and that's okay, man. Like, as I learn, and I want to share what I know from my perspective, because I know what my autism is like, but everybody is different, and that's I want to start helping spread awareness, because I realize, I know me at least was suffering in silence for so long. I think my generation was right before the internet was invented, so there wasn't a good resource for information. So I grew up in the Midwest that severely misunderstood me.
Yeah.
And
And
I'm
that's
just
old programming. That's old programming that it's going to be very, very powerful release for you and for those who are watching. I'm really proud of you. I feel emotional because you've come a very long way, you know? And it was so many steps. It wasn't just like, oh, I'm spiritually awakened and everything's great and now I'm fucking manifesting and all this shit. It's more like, okay, I'm open to these energies, and now I gotta do the work.
I've allowed like all versions of myself to come back, and I've spent the last like week, 2 weeks,
that
just
shadow,
crying my eyes out at random times, like allowing parts of myself to come back, and allowing an understanding and honoring all parts of myself, and allowing them to be pulled from the depths so that I could become whole again. And that's alchemy, baby.
Yeah, it's important. It's important, and a lot of people, the old programming was, everyone wanted you to fit in these fucking boxes. Everyone wanted you to be a certain way. People who were different were made to feel like shit. And man, we're moving out of that shit now. People don't realize that when you first start spiritually awakening and you start raising your vibration and you start dropping all the energies that do not serve you, sometimes that can be painful, because a lot of people that used to be your people, they just stop wanting to be around you. I don't hold any ill will towards them, because I know you can't force a flower to blossom. But at the same time, especially for Cig, it was really painful to have certain people that were really important in our lives, people that we really helped out, telling us that our paths aren't aligned, and, basically to fuck off.
Back in 2019, I've started Irreverentism, and I started my like, if you want a picture, a snapshot of my journey, go back and just listen to like the 100 episodes of my podcast. Like, I've been trying so long to explain to people like what's going on inside of me, and I eventually got burnt out. I hit the wall and then completely juiced myself because I was working so hard on so many things. And when I snapped and left the internet, that's exactly when I started Rannie's classes. And my life has only gotten better since then. And I'm just excited to finally be me and actually just share that with the world. Nobody as of yet has seen the true me. Well, except Rannie, but I'm excited to show you all who I am, actually.
Yeah. Dragpool said sometimes there is tenacity in surrender, but any letting go is still a loss. And that's really beautiful. That's a really beautiful way to put it, It is what it is. We got to grow, and we got to allow ourselves to grow. And eventually, these people that aren't a part of our lives anymore, eventually they might come around. I'm not like, hey, fuck you. I'm just like, hey, you'll come around, whatever, or not. And that's fine with me,
One of my things I'm realizing is I miss social cues, man. I see the best in people, and I have no my entire life I've had no boundaries. I've just had so much love and excitement for everything. I can hyper focus on literally anything and just see the beauty of it. And that has gotten me into a lot of trouble in my life, because a lot of people have tried to take advantage of me, and a lot of people, it's sad, but that's the truth, man. And I just have to honor that, and I have to be honest about it. And I don't hold a grudge against anyone, but also part of my release and part of my moving into the next phase of my life is to realize I have to have boundaries, because you will destroy yourself, because not everybody is as healed as you are. And even if you see the best in someone, that doesn't mean they're going to see it in themselves.
Yeah, that's what this whole chapter was all about, you know, just cleansing yourself spiritually with using the tools that you may have. We cleansed with smoke. We learned how to spiritually cleanse the home and all that good shit. We talked about being an empath and how to protect your energy and raise your vibration and getting to know your body, getting to know the things that affect you. Because a lot of times people tend to think that empaths are fucking weak, or, you know, like, oh, I absorb all these energies, I'm just like, you know, and that's actually how I was before. I used to, like, before going out, I used to have to drink like 5 shots, maybe 4 shots, 5 shots with maybe a shot in the car before we would get it, you know. But I would literally drink a lot because I just felt like, oh, I'm gonna have to deal with all these people, it's gonna be stressful. And then once I realized that alcohol was really lowering my vibration and making me susceptible to shit, I stopped drinking, and I learned how to work with spirit. I learned how to work with my ancestors, my spirit team, my higher self, and connect to source energy, so that now when I go out, I don't drink, but I'm actually able to block out other people's energies, but I could also raise the vibration of a space just by walking into a room. You know, and that's why I'm teaching these classes too, is because it's a fucking process to be able to do that. You gotta cut out all the bullshit. You gotta know the shit that's fucking you up and set fucking boundaries so that you are vibrating your highest, so that you can work with the higher vibrational energies and entities that are there for everyone.
It's like Tesla free energy, man. There's a whole the quantum field is energy. Mm-hmm. It's just, we've just forgotten how to tap into it, and we have a power structure that exists in this planet telling us we're crazy, because that's how they keep control, is to make people feel like you're fucking crazy. And it's like, we're not crazy. We're not crazy. And it feels good to say that and really believe it and be living in my truth and loud and out there and saying, hey, man, like, there's so much to this world. I just feel like the world is about to get so much more magical. And
it is.
I'm so fucking excited. I'm so fucking excited.
Yeah.
Like, you should be excited.
So yeah, empathy is a superpower, and that's what I've been trying to tell everybody. Dragpool, it's a superpower, but it's work to be able to tap into those superpowers. You know why empaths can feel a lot is because they're able to. What I can do when I do healing work and energy work is I can literally feel where people are hurting. I can tap into their feel where they're hurting, and then I call upon source energies to clear those blockages, you know? So
I can vouch for that.
Yeah.
She's done it to me many times.
Yeah.
And my life has gotten so much better.
It might seem like a shitty superpower to be able to feel people's shitty energies, but you don't have to always feel those shitty energies. You learn how to tap in when you want to. You tap in, you feel where the pain is or the source of the negativity is or the blockages are, and then you pull them out and you send them to source. Also, when I do this ritual, this release ritual, I'm going to add in some extra protections and all that shit. Whatever your higher self is open to, it's going to be spirit guided. So there's going to be a lot of release, a lot of healing, and some added protection. But remember, y'all, it's pretty much up to you to set your own fucking boundaries, like especially with certain people or entities that might be really fucking with you. If you set a boundary and you basically say, this is my fucking boundary, you're not going to cross it, energies will listen to that shit. Mm-hmm. People will listen to that shit. And if they don't listen to that shit, you know, spiritually, things will align where people will end up, like I said, they'll start falling out of your lives. Mm-hmm. The people who are toxic, the people who want to bring you down or put you down or lower your vibration.
So Ruby says, sometimes I feel myself jump back into my body in my sleep. Where do I go when that happens? I never remember. So actually, fun enough, the dream realm, that's your astral traveling.
Yeah, this dude's...
I come from a very far away place.
Yeah.
Like, the entire outer space, everything in existence, it is a great mind of the ancient cosmic source being, like of all existence. Like it's everything. It's infinity. So when you slip out of your body, you slip out of your vessel, and you become part. Like it's like just imagine a big, like, the best I can say is like a big video game, just a big video game world that you exist within, and you can float around. But when you're not tethered to your body, these are flesh controllers that anchor us on this planet. And then when we're not in them, we're free to travel like the astral realms, the metaverse, I call it. Some really wonderful things that I've been realizing is that my entire life I've been surrounded by people with Asperger's and various places on the spectrum, and those people always seem like the most normal, wonderful people to me. And then I'm like, oh, now I know why, because I'm one of them, and I'm really proud to say that. A big revelation for me, I realized that so with autism, there's a concept of masking. Alcohol was one of my masks, because when I drank, it allowed me to actually, that was one of the few times where social interactions became easy for me, because everybody was also drunk, and it was just drunken interactions, you know. They were kind of meaningless and empty, but they were still social interactions. And I thought, oh, this is what social interactions are, is getting drunk with a bunch of people and not remembering the night, and then they're like partying, you know. Yeah. The alcohol was able to help me fit in, really. Yeah. But I've never fit in my entire life.
Yeah, like most people had no idea how weird Cig could be when Cig's not.
Like the most wonderful thing has happened, that I've spent 2 years like separated from the hateful world, and I've finally been able to find myself. And like, y'all just get ready for like whatever is next. It's gonna be fucking bonkers, because like I'm firing on all cylinders now, like truly me to the fullest, and I couldn't be happier.
Just really excited to be doing this really important release of energies that don't serve you or your highest good. Everyone has them, even I have some. I'm going to be releasing with y'all. If you haven't been on a journey with me or a guided meditation with me, before we get started, make sure you're comfortable. Make sure that you are hydrated. Drink some water. Make sure that you are ready and open for the energy, any energies that you're ready for. You know, shit's about to happen. Shit's about to go down. I'd like to welcome everyone's guides, guardians, and ancestors into this space. Giving an offering of some sweet tobacco. It's going to actually burn a little bit of this sagebrush. Beautiful big sagebrush bundle from my friend at Love and Leaf Boutique. So again, I want your guides, guardians, and ancestors to come closer, to hold you while we do this very powerful and important release. Get comfortable. Close your eyes if you want to. Now I want you to take a deep breath in. Breathe into your belly and hold it. And do a cleansing release. Sigh out, yes. Again, breathe into your belly. Hold it. And release with a sigh. time, we're going to breathe in deep within the belly. Down to your pelvis. Hold it. And release with a cleansing sigh. So I have a container open to release any energies that are holding you back from your fullest potential. Yes. We are releasing fear. We are releasing pain. We are releasing feelings of not being good enough. You are fucking perfect. Releasing anger, yes. Releasing procrastination, yes. Releasing any hexes that have been put on you in this lifetime and past lifetimes. Releasing any shady energies that were sent to you throughout your life. Any old programming that made you feel like you are not worth your value. You're releasing depression, anxiety. Releasing traumas in the root chakra area, yes. Sending it to source. Releasing any traumas in the sacral area, yes. Sending it to source. Shame, releasing shame. Releasing pain. Releasing loneliness, yes. Now we are clearing your solar plexus, your connection to the sun. We are releasing the traumas and blockages around the solar plexus, yes. Releasing a lack of confidence. Releasing energies that are keeping you from success. Releasing doubt. To the heart, yes. Releasing any pain, traumas, and blockages around your heart. Feelings of being unloved. Feelings of not being good enough. Feelings of loss, grief that do not serve you. abandonment being released. Yes. You are beautiful. You are so precious. Yes. Now, moving to the throat chakra. Yes. Releasing fear of speaking up. Releasing any traumas around the throat. Yes. Allowing you to breathe more clearly. Allowing you to speak more authentically. Your words are of value. Yes. Your voice is beautiful. Yes. Releasing any blockages from having to keep secrets. Being told to shut up, being told that you shouldn't be speaking, being told that your voice is annoying. Your voice is beautiful, yes. It's time to start speaking authentically. It's time to start speaking your truth. Clearing the blockages around your ears. Any blockages from hearing traumatic events, from hearing words of abuse. We are releasing those blockages, yes. Releasing the trauma of hearing your mother cry. I see you. You are safe. You are strong, and you are getting stronger every day. The traumas, releasing the traumas of your own crying, your own fears, your own releasing the traumas of that car accident, yes. The fears do not serve you. You are safe, yes. Releasing your fear of the unknown. It's okay not to know everything. It's okay to surrender. Trust that there's a plan for you. Trust that there's a plan for your highest good. Clearing the blockages around the third eye. any fears that develop from seeing things that you didn't want to see, the blockages that were developed to protect you from seeing all that you should see now. Don't be afraid of the unknown. Yes. Don't be afraid of the unseen. Clearing those blockages, allowing you to see with more clarity. Healing the traumas around the eyes, yes. Clearing the blockages. Clearing the blockages, yes. Clearing the anxiety, yes. Now we are moving to your crown, yes. Your connection to your star, to source, to the creator, the great infinite. We are clearing the blockages. Know that you are all connected to Source in a beautiful way. You are Source. We are all children of Source, of the great infinite. Power than we've been told. Infinite possibilities. Infinite miracles are possible. An abundance of love, an abundance of security, an abundance of peace. Welcoming those energies from Source, from the angelic realm. Welcoming the energies from Mother Earth. Filling all those cleared blockages with healing light, white light, golden light, violet light. Green light, yes. Welcoming healthy flow through the system, yes. Cleansing waters are washing over you, yes. The healing earth is nourishing you and your body, your system. Recalibrating, realigning to your highest good so that you can manifest what you want in life. Manifesting the right people, places, and resources to help you on your path, to help you find your magic. to connect you in a beautiful way. Welcoming that cleansing, fresh breath of air. Yes, thank you, air. Igniting that inner fire, yes. Thank you, fire. Thank you, cleansing waters, yes. And thank you, earth, our ancestors and ascended masters that are guiding us without guiding us. It is done. It is done. It is done. This release was your second of 7 keys for this Magick Augogo course. Ooh. My hands are hot.
I'm like really hot.
One hand is hot, one hand is cold. How do y'all feel? Well, I'll give you a minute to to come to.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. I'm like, whoo. Okay.
You're welcome, Dragpool. I'm so happy you were able to join us.
We really appreciate
We were
you.
just talking about how wonderful you are and how we really love how much joy that you bring with your videos, with your presence. That's truly a gift, you know.
Shine so much beautiful, genuine light into this density, and we appreciate you.
Yeah, if you're thirsty, Ruby, drink lots of water. We've released a lot. Tomorrow you might feel a little sore, like you worked out in certain areas. The main areas where things were released, usually that's within the abs. Sometimes it's in the chest or sometimes under the arms. You might feel a little sore, and that's normal, and only be for like a half a day or something. You released a lot of fucking energy.
That was big. That was a big, big release.
And it was a release for me too. And I just really want to thank our guides, guardians, and ancestors for holding us. You feel tingly, calm. That's good, Alondra. It's good to see you here.
Yeah, we appreciate you too, Alondra.
We appreciate you. I always get, like, after these, working with spirit like that, I feel kind of high. It's like, I don't need to get high, y'all. Like, I got spirit to get me high. Sometimes I feel drunk and weird and good and loopy. Yeah.
Like just a warm fuzzy, like just like that warm fuzzy feeling in your eyes, you know.
Look at your eyes tomorrow, and you'll notice that they're brighter. Your eyes are gonna be brighter. You're gonna feel lighter. You're going to feel a lot better. And this is the perfect time for us to be doing this, because there's that lunar eclipse, full moon, whatever the fuck thing that's coming up that people are kind of scared of. You guys are a lot more prepared for that, I tell you that much.
I don't know exactly how it's going to shake out, but there's big things on
the
way.
Big things, man.
Like
get ready for those aliens.
Yeah, man.
Get ready to start hearing and seeing your ancestors. Oh, by the way, we're going to be doing, the next chapter is going to be about our ancestors. So I'm going to get you very grounded. We're going to, like, really root you, help you build a solid foundation and connect you with your ancestors. And I'm telling you, once you start working with your ancestors, I'm going to be healing your ancestors, the unhealed ancestors. Once you start doing that stuff, that's when some real fucking interesting shit starts happening. The first clearing ritual that we did, or healing ritual that we did for Cig's ancestors, he had family members that were not speaking for years. And the day after we do the ritual, they started speaking again. And he didn't tell them about the ritual. We just did the ritual. Sometimes when my own family gets a little funky and I'm like, I don't know how to talk to them, because, you know, that happens. Like, I don't know how to talk to them, and I'm like, even with me being highly spiritual, sometimes it's hard to, like, talk to our relatives. I sometimes just realize all I have to do is light a candle to my ancestors or give them an offering, and my family becomes a lot nicer to me. Just shit like that. You could ask your ancestors for things that seem impossible to obtain. Your ancestors are in the spirit realm, and they can help you move things. It's mind, body, and spirit. And when you heal your ancestors, you heal yourself. And you heal your family members. You heal the younger family members, the older family members. Shit fucking happens when you start working with your ancestors. If you haven't worked with them, I suggest you stick around for the next classes because it's going to be very interesting. I'll teach you how to build an altar for your ancestors, how to give offerings. I'm going to actually do more rituals to help you connect better with your ancestors and heal the unhealed ancestors. That is why I'm here on this planet, is to help us connect with those who have walked before us, because our ancestors are a key. They ground us, they root us in this material realm. A lot of people feel very disconnected and like they don't belong here, and a lot of that is because they're disconnected from their ancestors. Some people, miraculously, after I connect them with their ancestors, they start healing from lifetime depression, lifetime pain, things that are like some real fucking interesting shit happens when you connect with your ancestors. So I'm really excited about that. That's going to be chapter 3 of Magick Augogo. If you want to check out any of the other classes, there's a lot to learn. I'm teaching these classes for free. You just go to magicaugogo.com, MIGICKAUGOGO.com. I have free videos, free PDFs which have notes on the videos. You know, I'm here to help. I'm here to be of service, to help people connect with spirit, because it's going to be very important for us to start connecting with spirit and the unseen. Yeah, it's the next phase, y'all. Get into it. If you don't get into it, you're going to start feeling agitated. You're going to start feeling anxious. You're going to be like, why the fuck do I feel so anxious? It's because spirit's trying to talk to you, y'all. And they want to be heard.
Where I'm at today is a direct result of following Rannie's classes, and she teaches in such a way that it doesn't... A little background about me, just real quick. I'll try to be concise, but like, I was traumatized by religion. I grew up in a Pentecostal church, and I just saw through the bullshit, and so I just steered clear of spirituality. And it wasn't until like Rannie and I got sober, and then she started channeling and putting me back in touch with the magic that I know actually exists in the universe, and it helped me reground and refine my purpose.
Everyone has a deeper purpose than they even realize. Everyone has their gifts and they have their own beauties that they bring into this existence. We're all here for a reason.
Every single person is incredibly important.
Yeah.
Every single person.
We are all connected in a big way. Honor yourself because you are of source, of the infinite. If you have any other questions, you can always message me at magicaugogo.com. I'm happy to be of service, to help. You can also book readings with me at magicaugogo.com. I do one-on-one healings, clearings, and give some good old advice from your ancestors, your dead loved ones, spirits. I talk to ghosts, y'all, every day, all day, every day. Well, I have boundaries.
And if you want to follow our journey, like it's kind of like as told through my perspective, check out my podcast, type ! podcast. It's Sputron. Throughout this whole journey, Rannie and I have documented the entire process. Over 100 episodes just waiting to be listened to.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy how I started talking to spirits,
Yeah.
Black tea and bourbon.
Go check those out. Share this video with somebody you think needs to see it, and share a podcast, any of the Magick Augogo links, anything.
Oh yeah, and if you guys want to donate, you can go to magicaugogo.com, or my Venmo is Rannie Rodil. But if you can't, that's fine. But if you can, I'd be very grateful, because they put a lot of work into these classes, and all of this stuff is heavily channeled. Lots of writing goes on behind the scenes. So yeah, I don't want to ramble anymore. Have a good night, you guys. I love you.
Love you.